Last week we introduced email marketing and the 4 things you can do that'll help get you started. The first one, which we're going to go into today, is to define your goal or premise. The other 3, setting up your email, building your list, and establishing frequency. So, as promised, we're going to dive into each of these over the next couple weeks. And today we're going to start with defining your goal. So as tempting as it is to just sign up for a platform like MailChimp or Constant Contact and just start blasting emails away, it's actually worth the time to consider your goals and use that time to help plan the desired audience, action, and expectations. You're going to want to do this with each campaign you consider starting. So we've talked a lot about your audience, your subscribers. Who's going to be receiving your email? You got to think of your call to action in context with whoever's going to be receiving it. You're not going to send a review request to someone who is not a qualified user of your product or service, and nor would you send a thank you email to someone who maybe hasn't booked a room or done business with you in a while, for example. So as you start to build your list, which we'll go into in another video, you're going to want to consider breaking it up into segments that make sense for your business. So you might have different groups that you send different emails to, like regulars, prospects, recent buyers, etc. For instance, this vNewsletter is reserved only for our valued clients, you, while the public email newsletter that we send out goes out to community members who have asked to know more about what's going on in Durango. So folks, with everything we're doing in marketing, your audience is the place to start. You've got to work back from your audience and figure out what do they care about, why are they interested, all of these things. We'll dive into some of this a little bit more, but it's the place to start. You don't want to have these goals or trying to get people to do things when they're just not suited to the audience that you're working with. So you really got to spend some time getting to know your audience. I hammer it all the time, but it's so important. So next, let's talk about action. What do you want your email subscriber to do? What do you want to accomplish with the email? Maybe you're trying to increase your sales or reservations. Perhaps you've got a new product or service that you need to launch. You might be trying to promote an event or even just stay top of mind. Defining what you want from your subscriber will help define your call to action and consequently the main goal of the campaign. Ultimately, this should be clear and should spell out what you want your subscriber to do. That's the whole point of marketing. You want people to do something, right? Some very common and simple calls to action would be like, click here, or buy this, or learn now, etc. With our vNewsletter, we're inviting you guys to learn. In our public email newsletter, we're generally asking our subscribers to click or read or learn more, things like that. So when doing this planning, you need to define the why for your subscribers. What's in it for them? Why do they even care? If you want subscribers to take action, they need to see a clear benefit in doing so. You've got to consider, hey, what's in it for me factor? Are you providing your readers with relevant, important information? Are they getting a good deal or a discount? Will one of your products or services make their life easier in some way? You see, you got to answer this question. What is the clear value that your readers are receiving from your email? Answering that question with clarity will help you plan your campaign for success. So for instance, we hope that y'all are actually learning more through these vNewsletters and that there is a defined benefit that you are experiencing in opening and watching these videos. The subscribers to our public newsletter are receiving value because, well, they're interested in information about Durango and the things that are going on around here. So we've done 3 of the 4. Lastly, you've got to set your expectations. How are you going to measure success? Are you going to go for opens, clicks, conversions? What about something a little deeper, positive reviews? Most email platforms will provide you with statistic reports to help you know what your recipients are doing. But you also need to consider your call to action and what it asks them to do. So while we're paying attention to the click-through rate and the open rate on these vNewsletters, we are definitely looking a layer deeper, and we're measuring our success by looking at YouTube statistics. With the public e-newsletter, we'd like to observe inside of Google Analytics how people are interacting with 360 Durango after clicking one of our links inside of that email. Well, folks, answering these questions will help you plan your campaign, whether it's a single email or a long-term campaign. Next week, we're going to talk about how to choose an email platform and set up your campaign. So stay tuned. Thank you as always for opening and for paying attention and for listening to the knowledge that we're sharing. Gosh, we hope you just have an amazing week, a great day, And thank you so much for the opportunity to be of service. We are growing, and we're so excited about everything, and we're just grateful, to be honest. So have a great week. Thank you so much. My buddy's kid made the sound the other day with his arm, and he's like 14 months old. I have no idea how he did it. It was so cool.